So just to tell you a little bit about myself, my name is Kerrie Saverin. I'm a digital business consultant and I work with small business owners to help them implement technology, systems and procedures. I really want to make sure that everybody in their businesses is running things as best as they possibly can. And in today's technology world, everything moves so quickly that it can be really hard for business owners to keep up. There are so many different systems and programs out there. So that's where I come in. I'm up to date normally with the majority of things that are out there. Mind you, I'm finding that there is more and more the things that are out there that businesses can use. A lot more systems and procedures are coming in place on a daily basis. So I'm hoping that you are all seeing my screens as I'm flicking through this. Are you seeing my slide screen? If from my end, it's saying it is. So yes, you can. Excellent. So you're in the right place if you're ready to take control of the look of your marketing without needing a graphic design degree or a graphic designer. So you might remember 10 or 15 years ago, if you wanted to have anything done, you would have had to employ a graphic designer to design a brochure for you or design something for you. Or if you wanted to get something printed, there was normally a design cost that was involved with being able to get something for your business printed as well. In today's age of social media, it's really important that you're able to take control of all of your marketing in a nice, quick and easy way. And Canva certainly does that. It has so many options for you as well. So we're going to be going through a few things. We're going to be going through what is engaging content and why you need it. We're going to be talking about what Canva is, and then we're going to be having a look live inside the system, and we're going to use some templates and we're going to design some things from scratch. So what is engaging content and why do you need it? Well, when people hear information, they're only likely to remember 10% of it 3 days later. However, if it's paired, the same information is actually paired with a relevant image, people retain 65% of it 3 days later. So this just comes down to the fact that majority of us are more visual than we actually like to believe that we are. So eye-catching studies show that internet readers pay close attention to information carrying images, which we also know. And we also know that video is another great one as well that people pay a lot of attention to in the social media space. And we know that Facebook posts with images rather than just words, they see 2.3 times more engagement than those without images. So to be able to be seen on a social media platform, as an example, just putting a whole heap of words up there really doesn't get your message across effectively. You need to pair it with the relevant image. So engaging content is relevant to the information that's being shared. And what I mean by that is if you're talking about green frogs and you're showing a picture of a rainbow lorikeet, well, that is not a relevant picture to the content. It needs to be a relevant picture to the content. It needs to be an eye-catching design. And when it comes, people often say, what is an eye-catching design? How do I know what that is? And this is why Canva is so great, because they have 250,000 now templates that you can access. And engaging content evokes some sort of emotion as well. So it makes the viewer feel happy or sad, or gives them that warm and fuzzy feeling, or really makes them to connect to the words that you are actually saying in your post, or the words that are paired with that particular image. That's a really important one. And a really good example of that you guys would have seen on a regular basis would be like a funny Friday post or a meme. Those same words that aren't paired with that funny image does not make you laugh. So posts that make you laugh on a social media platform are more than likely going to get the engagement that they deserve. So what is Canva? Well, Canva is a very simplified graphic design tool, and it was actually founded in Australia, so I'm quite excited about that, in 2012. It uses the familiar drop and drag concept that we're all used to, and provides access to photographs and templates, etc. Now, it's used by non-designers, but it's also used by professionals as well. And the tools can be used for both web and print media as well. So I'll go through that with you when we go live into it. When Canva first came out, I've been a user of Canva since 2013. It didn't have anywhere near the amount of templates that it has now. I think it might have had, 50 to 100, I think, templates there. You had to pay for every template. They weren't they weren't free. So Canva itself was free to use, and you could design and drop and drag, and then you would have to pay when you wanted to download that image. So things have changed a little bit. It's certainly become more popular and a lot more affordable for everybody to be able to use. So what does Canva mean for your business? Well, it allows you to create professional, engaging content without the expense of having to hire a graphic designer. It gives you creative freedom to ensure that you are in control of the message that is seen by your clients or customers. And it is extremely extremely cost-effective way of testing different types of content in the marketplace. And what I mean by that is, in the old print media days, you would run an ad and you might run 2 ads that had the same words in it with a different image to see which one drew the most attention. And that would be a very costly exercise. You'd have to hire a graphic designer to create both images or both lots of advertising. You'd have to have a call to action that was slightly different on both. And then you would, I guess, when people rang up, you would have to note down, what advertising they came from. Today, things are a lot easier. The majority of advertising is done in the digital world, and digital tells us pretty much instantly whether the image is catching people's attention or not. And we can stop using it and changing it. So you can just design a slightly different one. Now, when it comes to costs and Canva, these are the costs. I've just screenshotted this morning directly off the site. So they've had a few changes since the last time I actually ran this. With COVID, they've been having changes all the time. So for starters, used to be 8,000 free templates. You'll notice that's 250,000 free templates now. This is the monthly cost that you're seeing here for the Pro version at $17.99 and the Enterprise at $46. With the Pro version now, that's for up to 5 people, and that's $17.99 a month if you pay by the month. If you decide to pay the yearly fee, it works out to be $13.99 a month. So extremely affordable, and you'll see the list of features that you were seeing on the screen now. The major differences between them. There's a lot more. Actually, in the chat, what I'll do is I'll put the link so that you can copy this over, so that you guys can go and have a look at all of the differences. But these are the major differences. So you'll notice, with the Pro version, you get everything in the free version, plus you get a brand kit, one-click design, magic resize, all this kind of fancy stuff. We've had a Pro version of the Canva for our account for a number of years now. Just the value that it has in what it's able to do. And the best thing for me is that 100 gigabytes of cloud storage that you get with the Pro version as well. And what that means is I don't have to download my images and save them onto another cloud platform. I can actually just save them all in Canva. And if I ever go over the 100 gigabytes of storage, I'll be in trouble. So I find that really handy. There are so many things that you can do with the Pro version that you can't do with the free version, and I will show you some of those today. But it's certainly worth its weight in gold when you can start using video and all of those kinds of things. So something to consider. So using templates, and I've just seen, here we go, no, I have updated it. I was worried that I didn't go and update it because Canva has had some changes in the last few months, but over 250,000 templates for you to simply adjust and use. Now, what I will say about those templates is on the free version, you don't have access to all of the different formats. And what I mean by formats is, you might have an Instagram post, a Facebook post, a Pinterest post. I think you're going to have all the social media ones, but on the Pro version there are things like customer welcome kits and all this kind of stuff that gets a little bit more, you have a lot more that's available in relation to templates, the types of templates. They're simple and effective, and they're always very eye-catching. So for those of you like me who aren't that graphically designed, I'll be honest, then it's great to have those templates there. It's great for those of us who are less creative, as I just said, just makes it easier to pick one. And every element of a template can be adjusted, including colours and pictures and everything. So if you see a design that you like, but it's not necessarily in line with your brand because of the colouring, all of that can be changed, which we will be showing you right now. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my screen over, and I'm going to take you for a live look inside Canva. Just bear with me while I see if I can manage to get you onto the right screen. There we go. So you should all now be able to see my Canva account. Is that correct? Are you guys seeing my Canva account there? Can someone just let me know to make sure that I have shared the right screen? Is there a minimum sign up for the pro version, 1 month or 12 months? Great. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me know. I can see a question there from Deb. Deb, if you're signing up on the month to month and paying the $17.99, it's literally month to month. It's only when you decide to pay for 12 months in advance where you can get it for $13.99 a month, but obviously you pay for all of that at once to get that pricing, that you pay for the 12 months in advance. What I would suggest for anyone is you can normally trial the pro version, or if you can't get a trial because you've been with Canva for so long, just sign up for a month, try it for a month, and if you're happy with it, then pay for the 12 months and move on. Some of the clients that I deal with are not in a position to be able to actually do the whole 12-month thing. They don't have enough funds to be able to do that. I deal with a lot of micro businesses, so they're quite happy to pay the $17.99 a month and just pay it on a monthly basis. But no, you can just do month by month. So here we are. We're actually live inside my Canva account. And the reason why you can tell that is up in the top right-hand corner, you'll see that there is a little logo of my business. My business name is ASBAS Business Solutions. So that's our little logo up there. And keeping in mind that we do have the pro account. So we have some additional features that you won't get with the free version, but I'll point those out to you as I go through today. So I'd like to start off by talking about that the left-hand menu, which is what I call the vertical menu on the left-hand side. You'll notice that there's lots of options as we go down here, and Canva has very much, they have a vertical menu and then they have a horizontal menu in everything that they do. So this down the side is what I call the vertical menu. And as we scroll down, you'll notice the first one, this is all very self-explanatory, all of your designs, anything that's been shared with you, because as a pro user, you can actually share your designs with other people by typing in their email address. It's got a branding kit. Again, this is a pro feature. So if I click on that branding kit now, it's going to take me to my Altitude Business Solutions branding kit. So you can see there's a few things there. I've put a few pictures in there. Our primary colours are sort of blues, blacks, greys and whites. So I've sort of uploaded some different versions of those in there as well. And then we have our brand fonts, so that it just makes it really easy to see, well, this is our brand, these are all our logos, these are the pictures that we use. We then have another pro feature, which is an amazing feature, and that is our content planner. So this allows us to create designs in Canva and post them directly to our social media platforms. So you can see here, this is January, we're in January. We have a post going out to our Facebook page every single day. We were using Canva to post our Pinterest posts as well, which you can see one on the 4th of January there. But we've just recently signed up to Tailwind. So we're now doing all of our Pinterest posts through Tailwind. But all of our Facebook posts come directly from Canva. So what that means is I don't have to create an image and then download it and then load it into Facebook. I literally create an image and then I say post to Facebook, and it asks me what day do you want to post it on, what time do you want to post it, and then it schedules it in. And I can see everything here on this content planner. And it lets you go, you can go through as much in advance as you like. I don't go any more than a month in advance, and the only reason for that is that I run another workshop, which is called creating a month's worth of content using Canva. And so when I run that workshop, I post all of my my things then. So I do that once a month. Unfortunately, no, Jeanette, you can't post to Instagram at this stage. I know they are working on it. It's very unusual to find a platform. There's only a couple that I know of. Sendable is one of them that allows you to post to every platform. Sendable is around $40 a month, and you can post to every single platform. But unfortunately, at this stage, no. There is Pinterest. I'm just thinking, can you do... I'm not sure if you can do LinkedIn yet. I know that we're looking at LinkedIn, whether you can do LinkedIn yet. But yeah, we just primarily use it for Facebook. And then if we want to put anything across of that to our Instagram account, then we do so. Yes, that is with the Pro version, Kim. So you can only do this if you have the Pro version of Canva. If you have the free version, I think they were, I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but they were giving free trials for you to be able to try out the content planner when it first came out. This was only released in 2020, so exciting for this to actually happen. Then you've got creating a team, again, something that you can do on the Pro version. And then we have all of our folders. Now, what I want to talk to you about very briefly about folders is, think of this as, you know, like your desktop on your computer. So yes, mine's looking a little bit messy at the moment. There's quite a few things there that I need to tidy up, but you can essentially put designs into folders for easy access. So we do social media for a number of clients as well. So we like to have them all grouped so that we can access them really easily. And then we also have easy access to those. So if we continue down on the vertical menu, you'll notice we've put a few of those folders that we are using on a regular basis over to the left-hand side for easy access, so that we can just simply click on those and go into them. So it makes it nice and easy. So that gives you a bit of a rundown of the front page. I'm just going to go back. I'm just going to click home, which is in the top left-hand corner. I'm just going to take you back to where we originally started. So from here, you'll notice it's saying welcome Altitude, because obviously we've got our account under Altitude Business Solutions. As we scroll down, you'll notice it gives us examples of the different types of templates that you can make, keeping in mind that because we have the Pro account, we have access to every single design type that Canva has. So you can see they have logo. If I press the arrow at the end, there is cards, there's posters, you can create a website. Yes, you can. We use this website feature when we are doing proposals for our clients. We'll build like a little website and we'll send them the link to that website so they can have a look at their proposal. So that's a really cute feature. Resumes, you can see the stories, and because we've got the Pro version, we can have video as well. So it's showing us the video. Animated social media posts, you know, desktop wallpapers, YouTube icons, like it just goes on. Ebook covers, A4 documents, business cards, Zoom virtual backgrounds. It's a popular one at the moment, obviously. YouTube thumbnails, video messages, t-shirts. These video messages here are really cool. This is something that's new, is available on the Pro version. And so basically it accesses the camera in your computer or your laptop, and you can actually record a happy birthday video for somebody, and then you can actually forward it on to up to 5 other people, and they can also record a video, and then it puts it all together as a presentation. So it's really, really advanced and really quite cool. You've got infographics there, which are really good as well. They've got YouTube video ads. There is just so much as we go through menus, labels, marketing proposals, all different types of proposals in there. Phone wallpapers. There's lots of different options when you have the free version. As I scroll down, you'll notice it says all of your designs. So these are the designs that we've worked on recently. And if you want to see all of these, you just notice at the end of where it says your design, over to the right hand side, it says see all. And if you click on that, it'll take you to see all. Then it gives you some more examples of some posts, some Instagram posts that you can do. And again, you can click see all and go from there. So what I find when I come into Canva, oh, that reminds me, just seeing that mask there, there's lots of things in Canva at the moment, obviously, to do with coronavirus. So things like posters, this one here is an example. Please make sure you're wearing a mask before you enter. And there's lots of tips and tricks to be able to put onto social media about COVID as well. So that is obviously a very popular topic across the world at the moment. They do all the Instagram stories and Facebook stories as well. You can create videos and stuff on there as well. So lots of options. Presentations. So presentations like the one that you've been looking at this morning, that was all done through Canva. And it was actually presented live through Canva as well. So I did not have to download that presentation like you would normally, have a presentation, then you download it and maybe show it in PowerPoint or something along those lines, or Keynotes if you're an Apple user. I actually was running that directly live through Canva. So again, no downloading, no saving it onto my computer. It's all just in that cloud that I have there for Canva. So you can see that there is so many options for posts for you. In fact, it can be a little bit overwhelming. We're going to keep it really simple today. I'm just going to scroll to the top and I'm just going to show you how you can use the search bar. So up the very top, sort of in the center, there's a search bar. And I'm just going to type in Instagram post. And I'm just going to start with something really simple. Now, when you go in straight away, it says to you, do you want to pick any of these templates? So you could simply look through those and you could pick a template, but I'm just going to show you for now, I'm just going to go create a blank because I want to show you that if you create a blank, it's actually much easier to see the templates. No, the cost is actually in Australian dollars. Trish has asked the question whether that cost is in US dollars. That's Australian dollars. Keeping in mind that Canva is Australian based, they actually won Best Workplace across Australia in 2017, I think it was. They have an amazing, amazing workplace, a 3-level workplace where their staff get provided lunch and all sorts of things. So yeah, a lot of the things that you see through Canva, it recognises where you are and it shows you in Australian dollars, which is great. So here we are inside our design now. You'll notice to the right-hand side of the screen, I've got a white square. That is my Instagram post. And over to the left-hand side of the screen, you'll notice it's got a whole heap of templates. Now, there's things like recently used. So recently used templates, pretty self-explanatory, anything that I have used recently. For you, so it's trying to guess what you might like to put up when it's giving you these ones. Coronavirus Instagram posts, as I was talking to you about, there's lots of information about that at the moment. Newsroom, animated, there's lots as you scroll down. But one thing that you can do is you can actually search as well. So you notice at the top, it says search templates. So you can search as well. So I'm just going to pick something really easy. I'm just going to pick motivation. It's Motivational Monday. We're just going to go motivation. So I can type in motivation and a whole heap of templates come up that I can choose from. So I might say, well, I like this one. What's this? There is beauty in the struggle. We are in this together. So I'm just going to pick that one because it's nice and easy. And there's 2 ways I can do this. I can drag it across. And all I've simply done there is click on the image and drag it across. Or I can simply click on it and it's going to put it straight into the design for me. I can see Jeanette's asked a question there. I've used one of their Insta templates recently and the quality wasn't great on the laptop. Is there a way to rectify this? So Jeanette, can I just clarify, were you downloading that image and then uploading it? If you could just clarify that for me, because yes, you can download different qualities and unfortunately sometimes people download the wrong quality, the image. So PNG is always the best quality to download. And yeah, to make sure that is on. I will actually show you this with this template that I've got now. So we'll go into that. So this template here, obviously you'll notice there's a couple of things. Firstly, the colouring is already done for you, but all of that is adjustable, and I'm going to show you that now. And you'll also notice at the bottom also that it looks like it's a real estate, really great site. Sorry, I've got my glasses on. I still didn't read that right. That's hilarious. So we need to change a few things. Now, if I was doing this for my business, this is not really in line with my branding colours. As I said to you earlier, my branding colours are the blues, blacks and whites. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to change a few colours. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the background and I'm going to change that background colour. So as I click on the background, you notice in the left-hand corner, you'll notice it says animate just up here. And then next to that is a coloured square. If you click on that square and you scroll down, you'll see different colours. Now, because I have a pro version account and I've uploaded my logo colours, you'll notice it says Altitude Business Solutions and it's given me all of my logo colours there. But if you're using the free version and you don't have that feature, you can search, you can use any of these colours down here and you can search any hex code. For those of you that know, every single colour has a hex code. So you can actually get that hex code and you can enter it in simply by saying add another palette. And then it will take you to be able to enter in your hex code. So for the case of this though, because I've uploaded my branding colours, I've made it easy. I'm just going to select this blue colour in the background. You'll notice straight away it's changed that. So this is a little bit more in line with my branding colours now. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to select the lighter beige colour and I'm going to change that as well. Now you'll notice that this is actually two colours, so it's going from a light blue to the brownie colour. I could change this if I wanted to and make that white. I could make it both blue, so it's all completely blue. All of that is totally adjustable. I can see Jeanette uploaded to Facebook using Creator Studio and cross-posted to Insta. Okay, so it sounds like to me when you downloaded it, you didn't download it as a PNG. So when you download, every time you upload a photo, it loses quality. So you need to download it in the highest quality you possibly can. So I would be downloading it, making sure that it's a PNG. And I believe that could be a pro feature as well. Keeping in mind, though, that 85% of your users are going to be looking at your Instagram and your Facebook on their mobile phones. So while it may have looked very pixelated on your computer, if you're doing it on the screen, it may not have looked pixelated on the mobile phone. But if you're a pro version user of Canva, you can download the highest quality, which is PNG. So that's what I would be suggesting. I'm also going to change this wording. So I'm going to click on the words. And I'm going to change the colour of those words and I'm going to make those words white. So see how this is totally changing the look and feel of the post straight away. It's making it much more in line with my brand. The white, yeah, I thought that was going to look great. It's actually not looking as great as I thought it would. So I might actually play around and just see. Oh, there we go. That's a dark grey. I think I like that much better. Not as harsh as the black, but not as stark as the white either. So down the bottom here, this at really great site, I'm actually going to get rid of that. And to do that, I'm simply going to click on it and I'm going to press the delete button on my computer and it's going to delete it if I do it properly. There we go. And now there's a couple of other things that I want to do. So I'm going to, firstly, I want to move these words up a little bit and this background up. So what I'm going to do is move this up a little bit, simply by clicking on it and dragging it with my mouse. So everything is very similar to what we're already used to, what we're used to using in other programs. It's the same in Canva. Now we'll show you when I click on the wording, you'll notice that a toolbar comes up. This is a horizontal toolbar. So, oh, there we go. Downloading as a PNG is also a free feature. That's great, Julie. Thank you so much. It never used to be, so this is great news. It never used to be a free feature, but I know that with everything happening over the last 12 months, that Canva has been very quick to move and change a lot of what was available for free to help businesses out, and that is obviously one of them. So that's fantastic. So there you go, Jeanette. Download as a PNG and you shouldn't have any problems. It should upload at a great quality for you. So as I click on these words, you'll notice that a horizontal menu comes up just above our design. And there's a number of things that we can do here. We can change the font just like we can in Word or any other program that we're used to using. You can change it. Depending on whether you have a pro version or a free version, the free version still comes with fonts, just not as many as the pro version. The pro version also gives you the ability to upload a font. So if you are using a specific font and you have that font, you can actually upload it into Canva. So if you're wanting to keep it across your brand. What we did when we created Altitude Business Solutions is we actually picked a font that was already in Canva. And we did that just to make things easy for ourselves. That was, yeah, it just made things a lot easier. So you can change that. You can change the size of the wording. Now, to change the size of the wording, you'll notice that there is next to where I've just clicked on the font, there is a little font size that comes up. So you can actually select the plus and minus buttons and make that wording bigger or smaller. The other thing that you can do to change the size of the wording is to drag the corners of your words. So you'll notice that there's a little box that comes up around the words, and it has the 4 draggable corners. And if I drag that, I can make it bigger and make it smaller. I honestly find that this is the easiest way to be able to change your font size. Because quite often, you know, if I was to go, yeah, I think 150 will do. Oh, wow, that's too big. No, now I'm going to go back to 100. It's a little bit more time consuming, and I'm used to using my mouse. So the resizing option of just dragging the corners is much easier for me. You've got the little A, which is just telling you that you can change the text color there, which we did before. And then some, not all, fonts you will be able to bold, italic and underline. So this one here we can underline if we wanted to. So if I was to highlight that just like I would if I was making a change in Word and then click underline, it would underline it all. I can also click it off and it will take it off. I can also highlight one word. Sorry, bear with me while I click my mouse. And I can just highlight one word. And that will just underline that one word if I wanted it to. And then if I don't want it, again, I can just click it off and it just takes it off. It also says, what alignment do you want it? Do you want it in the center? Do you want it to the left? Do you want it to be even? Do you want it to the right? In the case of this example, I want it in the center. A couple of other options that it gives you, if you were typing up a document, it gives you the options to be able to select bullet points. So if I was just to give some bullet points, so there you go. So it brings up, if I click on that bullet point, it actually brings up bullet points. If I click on it again, it brings up numbers. If I click on it for a third time, it takes it away. So you can actually put bullet points in and numbers as well. When it comes to the spacing, you can actually change the spacing of the letter height and the line height and change the look. You'll notice if I do, it changes that font quite drastically if I actually was to make the letter height a little bit different. So there we go. And then again, the line height is the spacing between the lines. So I can do that and do that again. So you can see quite easily now why this tool is now being used by professionals. This is so much easier to use than Adobe and those other products. It really is. And I know that a lot of graphic designers were having issues with Adobe not loading, and it can just be quite time consuming. So this is really, really quick and easy to use. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is I want to add my logo to this. Now, if you don't have the free version of Canva, you can still include your logo. So I'm just going to go down on the vertical menu over to the left-hand side. So you notice at the moment we're on templates, and then there's uploads, photos, elements, text, styles, music, videos, background, folders. Now, I'm not sure if you'll have access to music and videos on the free version, just simply because they could be pro features. What they used to do with Canva is you still had access to them, but if you went to download something that had a video in it, they asked you to pay, and you would have to pay for it. So I'm not sure if they're still doing that now, or whether they're just saying, no, it's a pro feature and you can't use it. So I'm going to go to uploads, because this is where if you have the free version of Canva, this is where you can upload your logo. So you can see these are all photos that I've uploaded. I've uploaded some memes. I've uploaded this photo of myself, which I'm going to use a little bit later. And this morning I uploaded that pricing of Canva so I could get it into my presentation this morning. But this is where you can upload your logo, and you could actually add that logo into your design if you are using the free version. Because I'm using the pro version of Canva, and the pro version allows you to set up your logos, I can actually go to my folder and I can just click on the logo folder, which you'll notice is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th folder down. And it's going to bring up all different versions of logos. I've added a couple of extra things in here. So I've added in the Treaty Business Consulting logo because I use that quite a bit also. And I've uploaded my profile picture as well because I use that in a lot of presentations that I do. But you can see here I've got all my different versions of the actual logo of my business as well. And I can simply click on that logo and it's going to drop it straight into my design. I am going to resize it just by dragging the corners because obviously I don't want it to take up the whole design, but I do want to give it a little bit of branding so that people know that this is my design. And straight away, there we go, we've got a quote, "There is beauty in the struggle. We are in this together." And that could be something that I could now directly post to social media. Actually, I might just show you how to do that. So I'm going to now, I've done this Instagram post size, and I do this with all of my social media that I put on Facebook. It's always Instagram post size, because then I don't have to reinvent the wheel if I want to use it for my Instagram posts. Canva has a really handy tool where you can resize an image, but it does make another version of it. So I just find it easier to keep everything in that 1:1 Instagram size. And then I know that I can post it across Instagram and Facebook, all of my images. But if I was wanting to actually post this now, I could go to the top right-hand corner, click on the 3 little dots, and it says, what do you want to do? Download it, present, share, present and record. I'm going to start out by downloading it first because this is what we were talking about earlier with download quality. So I'm going to go download, and then straight away it's coming up saying we suggest that you download it as a high quality image, PNG. That's what they're suggesting. I would suggest if you're using the image for a website that you download it as a JPEG, keeping in mind that 85% of people are going to be looking at your website on their mobile phone anyway. So even though when you look at it on the screen, it might look a little bit pixelated, on the mobile phone, it's going to be clear. It's going to be very clear. Only because a PNG takes up a lot of room on your website. The more room an image takes up on a website, the longer it takes to load. So I would always suggest downloading it as a PNG unless you're putting it on your website. And then there's also other versions. You can download it as a PDF. You can download it as a PDF print if you were sending this off to be printed. Sharp vector graphics is another sometimes printing that they ask for. it asks for a video, and I will show you a little trick on that before I do. And also GIF is another thing that you can download as well. I believe some of these you'll notice with the little hats next to them, they're pro versions. So the SVG is a pro version. So before I go downloading that, there's a couple of other things that I just want to show you. First of all, the file name for this. Now, straight away, you'll notice just above the image, it's got a whole heap of words here. There is beauty in the struggle, we're in this together. So that's what it has named the file. But you don't want that file to be named that. You want it to be named something a little bit different. So for the case of this example, I'm going to put Altitude Business Solutions - motivation. So that just tells me that it's a motivation quote. There's something else for you to keep in mind if you're uploading to websites. Also, the name of your file makes a difference with your Google ranking. Little tip for you. So if you're supplying photos to your website designer, or you're uploading them because you have your own website through Wix, Weebly, GoDaddy, wherever you are, please don't upload them as PNG image 15694. That does absolutely nothing for your Google ranking. Please upload them with something to do with your business or something to do with the keywords that you're wanting to be known for. So, for example, this would now Altitude Business Solutions, if I was to put that onto my website, after about 14 days, when you searched Altitude Business Solutions, this image would come up in Google. So if I was to call this Altitude Business Solution websites, Facebook page management and online education, anytime anybody searched any of those features, this image would come up in the images section. So just a little tip, your file name that you're downloading it is and uploading it to your website does make a difference. So if you have a website designer that's doing it for you, make sure you send them the files in the names that you want, because that way you know it's going to help with your Google reach. The majority of websites that we take over from other people, one of the biggest things we find is the files are uploaded as image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, doing nothing for your Google ranking. So that's how you change the name of the file. Now you can animate this as well if you're wanting to. You'll notice up in the top left-hand corner, it's got a little animate button. If we were to click on that, it's going to give us some options, and you can see very clearly here that Stomp, Baseline, Pop, Neon, and Scrapbook are all pro features. And it also, as you hover over them, gives you a little example of exactly what they do. So if I click on each of those, it's just going to show you very quickly what that looks like. Click on it again. There you go, that's block. Then there's fade, pan, rise, tumble, stomp, that's one of my personal favorites, baseline, pop, neon, scrapbook. So that gives you an idea of how you can make it animated. So if we were to pick one of those, I'm going to go with stomp because it's one of my favorite. And we're going to say that we want the timing of that to be 5 seconds, then it will stomp for a period of 5 seconds. So if we click up in the top right-hand corner next to the download button, there's a play. If we click play, it's going to show us what that looks like. Now we can shorten that if we want to, or we can lengthen that. I'll show you a really clever trick. So some of you may have been on my Facebook page previously where my cover photo has been a video, and I've made that cover photo in Canva. What I've done is I've created an image, which is obviously Facebook cover size, but for this example, we're just going to go with the Instagram size. So I make that image, I select that I want it to be stomp, and I actually change this to 3 seconds because I find 5 is a little bit long. People don't linger on something for 5 seconds. And then for a Facebook cover video, it needs to be at least 20 seconds long. So what I do, you notice at the very top corner where it has the play next to the download button, it's saying 3 seconds. I duplicate that page by clicking the duplicate button. So just in the top right-hand corner above the image, you'll notice you've got plus, which is add a page, duplicate, self-explanatory, and then you can add a note. So you can add a note into there if you wanted to about that image. I'm going to duplicate that, and you'll notice straight away, see how this has gone to 6 seconds up next to the download button now? So if I now go duplicate, duplicate, duplicate until I get to over 20 seconds, that would be my Facebook cover. And if I want to see what that would look like, I just simply click the play button and it's going to show me. So you'll notice that every 3 seconds it comes around and it pops again. So that can be a really cool way for you to get a little video into your Facebook cover if you're looking for that. Obviously, it would need to be Facebook cover size, but you guys get the idea. And then you can just download that as an MP4 video and upload that to Facebook, and you will have a video on your Facebook cover, which is really clever. The other thing, by adding an animation, it allows you to download it as a GIF. So it means that it would just be a repeatable video. So you can upload this as a GIF and send it to your social media, so it just plays as a video over and over again. So I think I've showed you everything there. So now if I hit that little 3 buttons up in the top hand corner, it's going to give me the options of what I can do. So I can download it, I can present it. And I said to you earlier, the presentation that you guys were looking at was done through Canva. That's because I just simply went present and it presented it. I can share a link to it so people can have a look at it. This comes in really handy for us dealing with clients when we design things for them. We can send it to them and say, hey, have a look, tell me what you think. We can also present and record it. This is a new feature, and I dare say it's probably only a pro feature. I wouldn't think it's available on the free, though I could be wrong. So it's for those of you that have used an online platform called Loom, where you can actually record your videos and show them, to send that link to somebody. It's very similar. So you can present, it has your little picture down in the corner in a little circle. So any presentations or things like that, you could go through and say, hey, I just wanted to present this to you in person, and they can watch that at any time. And then, because we've got share, so someone asked about all of the platforms that you could see, that you can share to. So you can see here, Facebook page, Twitter, email, Facebook group, Google Drive, Dropbox, OneBox, Mailchimp. Keeping in mind with Mailchimp, you obviously you need to link all of these things. So if you do go to use it and you don't have your account linked, it will ask you to link your accounts. Pinterest, LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn page, Slack, Tumblr. So there's a lot of things on there that you can do, but unfortunately Instagram isn't one of them yet, but I do know that they are trying to work on that in the background. So let's cross our fingers that that happens. I can only link one account. Okay, so that may be the case, Jody, thank you, with the free version, that you can only link one account. Is that kind of what you mean? Oh, you have the paid version, so you can only link one Facebook account. Is that what you're saying? You can't link multiple? Just clarify that one for me would be great. I would assume that, yeah, it would only be one profile per platform. Yeah, no, you can't. Unfortunately, link clients' accounts, that it doesn't work that way. If you are looking after your clients' Facebook pages, because obviously I do that as well, I actually find that it's much better for me to use like upload it through Facebook. That way my clients can actually go into their back end of their Facebook and they can see it. My clients wouldn't be able to see this. So for me, we like to be at least a week in advance. And I like my clients to be able to see what's coming up, so they can just log into their Facebook and they can have a look at scheduled posts, and all the posts are there. And it makes it nice and easy where they don't have access to my Canva. So, and so if we took a sub to Pro and downloaded something to Facebook, would this cease if we then cancelled a sub to Pro account? Yes. So I'm assuming what you mean there is if you had the Pro account and then you I guess essentially posted things through I'm assuming that's what you mean. If you posted things through the creator and then you cancelled your account, that would only happen until your account. Say if I downloaded to Facebook the video you just made. If you've downloaded it onto your computer and then uploaded it to Facebook, it's yours. There's no way for Canva to be able to take that take that away from you. So if you download all of your images that you've created, then yes, essentially that's it. But if you leave them in Canva and then you go from a pro version back to the free version, there may be some things that you can't actually put that down. So yeah, so I hope that sort of answers that question. So if you want things, if you're thinking of stopping your pro account and going back to the free version, just make sure you have downloaded all of those things that you should be able to see there. Yeah, so here we go. It's asking us what we're going to post it to. I'm just going to select Facebook page. So you notice it comes up and it gives us a couple of options here. Now, I am actually admin of a lot of pages, and I can only ever get these two to actually show. So I've got my Altitude Business Solutions page and I've got my Beenleigh-Yatala Chamber of Commerce page. They're the only two that I can actually get to show. I can't get any more to show. I don't bother posting again through the Chamber of Commerce. I don't bother doing it before. I actually do it through the Facebook page because I want them to be able to see it. So I'm going to click on Altitude Business Solutions, and then it's asking me, do I want it to be a video? Do I want it to be a PNG, or do I want it to be a GIF? And it's giving you, it's saying, this is going to be a high quality video. This is going to be a short clip with no sound, or this is going to be a high quality image. I'm just going to select high quality image for now. And then it's asking me, do I want to post all 7 pages? Because remember, we actually replicated it 7 times so we could make a video. So I'm just going to say, no, page 1 is all that I want. And then it's asking me if I want to write something. And this is where you can write your words. So Monday morning. So Monday morning motivation for you all. Now I can simply click publish now if I wanted to publish that now, though today's not Monday, so that would look pretty strange. Or I can actually go schedule to publish later. And when I click on that, it actually gives me the dates. So as I go through, I know that I don't have anything scheduled for Monday the 8th. So I'm going to select Monday the 8th. And I always like to post early in the morning when it comes to motivation. There's no use posting in the afternoon. And then I select done, schedule post, and it's going to come up giving me 2 options. So it's going to say your design is scheduled. You can make a copy of this design, or you can go to your content planner. We're going to go to the content planner just so I can show you that it has been scheduled in. So it's showing you the post, it's showing you the wording. That's all good. And if we have a look at the calendar, you'll notice on Monday the 8th, there it is. And if I hover over it, it tells me it is at 7 a.m. Oh, spell check. Thank you so much. It does actually, Canva does actually hook up to Grammarly, for those of you that use Grammarly, so it does pick up on those spelling errors. So thank you so much. I make a spelling error every time in these, absolutely. I bet I will go in and fix that later. I'm not going to waste time with it now. So it gives you a really good idea of exactly how to use the content planner as well. I know that we're currently at 10:58. We didn't start until about 7 minutes past, so I'm pretty much running on time, but I just want one more thing that I want to show you. So if I go back home, I'm just going to create another design. So I showed you how you can do all of the changing of any template. But what I want to actually show you is, I'm just going to pick Instagram post again and get a blank one up. I actually want to show you guys how you can create a blank one. So very, very quickly, as I'm conscious of time, I think time is valuable. Obviously, all of these templates are great. If you, these coronavirus ones are great. If I go see all, there's so many things for you to choose from. There is, this one's here, you know, working from home, tips on working from home. I think we've used this one in the past. So there's some great tips there for you as well. But if we were creating something from scratch, which is what I'm going to do, we would use this vertical menu over to the left-hand side a lot more. So I always like to start from the back of my design. So think about what would be at the very back, and that would be a background. So if I started with a background, you click on background, it gives you a whole heap of solutions for your backgrounds, whole heap of options you'll see there. I'm just going to pick this one in the landscapes that's got the mountains in it because we're Altitude Business Solutions, so that works very well with our branding. The pink's probably not so much it, but we'll work with it for now. So as you go through, then I start to add my layers in. So I would then maybe want to add some text to that. So you'll notice when I click on the text button, it gives me a whole heap of options. So I can scroll through and I can click any of these, or I can simply create my own. But if I was to just click this one, it's going to put that in. And again, I can move that around the screen. I can make sure it's centered. I don't want those little words, so I can click on those as delete those out and just have that. I can say, life is beautiful. And I might even say, I don't like the coloring of that, and I can change it. I might change it to be white. So you'll notice when I've clicked on coloring, because I've entered that photo in the background, you'll notice it comes up with the photo colors as well. So it's trying to help me in establishing what would be the best color to put into the design. Obviously the pinks are going to be harbour in the sky, but I did like this kind of grey version. It's kind of picked out the colours of the mountains, so it's starting to balance it out a little bit for me. And then from there, I can also then go into my folders and go into my logo, and I can add my logo. I'm going to add a white logo because obviously it's a darker background, and I'm just going to make it small, and I'm just going to put it in the very corner to balance it out all a little bit. And you can sort of create something from scratch. Elements are another really good feature. So elements are where you can add all different types of things, lines, shapes, frames, stickers that move, all that kind of stuff. And that comes in really handy. So I might want to get this one as an example because it's pink. And I might want to put it into the image. You notice I stuck it over the top of the words, but you'll notice then in the top right-hand corner, there is a position button, and if I click backwards, it is going to put that behind the writing. So you see straight away that's just added a different element to the writing again. I will just quickly add a new page and show you very quickly about grids. Grids are really clever. If I click see all grids, this is where you might see some posts that have all different types of photos in it. So all I did to get the grid into my design was click on it and it is there. If I go to photos and I search flowers or flower, it's going to give me a whole heap of flowers, and I can just simply drag and drop those different flowers into the different squares, and that's how people get those Instagram posts or posts with different photos in them. So there's lots of different grids for you to use there as well. The other one that's really clever that's in Elements is called Frames. So if I go to scroll up a little bit, you'll notice it says Frames. And if I just click the circle, because I know that will be easy, and I'm going to move it up and I'm going to resize it. And then from there, I can actually add my logo in to that frame. It doesn't really fit properly, but I can put my face. That probably is going to look better. And you notice it puts my face in a little circle in there. So that's a really good thing with frames as well. So that's given you quite a bit of an insight into Canva and how easy it is. For $17.99 a month, it is certainly well worth getting the Pro version in my eyes. It saves us a lot of time, particularly in that phase of being able to post directly to Facebook. That saves us an awful lot of time there. So yeah, it's just a really good platform, and one that we've been using for so many years now. We couldn't do business without it. So we are coming to the end. I know I've gone a little bit over time. I've got about 3 minutes left. So I think I'll get through this last little bit, but we've spoken about what engaging content is. We've spoken about what Canva is. We've looked at using templates. You know that you can adjust any template, any font, anything that you see as a template. And then we've spoken about designing your own as well. Now, a lot of you have come through the ASBAS program, you know what's available to you. You know that if you haven't had a one-on-one session yet, you could get one for free. That is what they're offering at the moment. So you need to look into that. If you haven't had a one-on-one session or you haven't been to a workshop, you're entitled to either a workshop or a one-on-one session for free. If you have been to them before, then they are $66 for an hour session, and that's a one-on-one personal session. Or for a 2-hour workshop, it's $25, or we have the fantastic option of these free webinars at the moment, which, yeah, it's very affordable for everybody. The next one that you might like to attend is a workshop. It's the one I was talking to you about earlier. It is on Wednesday, the 27th of January. It is a workshop, a 2-hour workshop, creating a month's worth of content using Canva. And I go through and I actually show you, I guess, the bit of a system that I have for thinking about your strategy and what you're going to post. On Friday, the next workshop that I have coming up this coming Friday, the 22nd of January, is Mailchimp 101. So if looking at what you're going to do for your email, or if you don't have anything set up for your email, it might be an option for you to attend that one as well. Very affordable, these workshops, they're under $25. So this whole entire program would not be possible without the Australian Small Business Advisory Services, the federal government program that allows me to be able to present this to you completely free of charge today. I really want to thank Business Station Western Australia, Regional Development Australia, and Treaty Business Consulting for being part of the program and having us as part of the program also. If you have any last minute questions that you would like to ask, there is a couple of minutes for you to pop them into the chat for me, or if there's something that you'd like to discuss, I'm open for it. Please don't hesitate to put them into the chat. But I hope that that's given you a really good insight into how you can take control of your graphic design for your business. If you are creating any type of files or forms to be downloaded, please make sure that you download them in the PDF print option for your printers. That's what they will want. And a lot of them will also ask you for a particular colour versions that you can also upload and change as well. So I hope that's been very helpful to you. Thank you so much. Overwhelmed by the support of this one. Over 60 registered attendees and over 45 people on today. So thanks so much, guys. I'd love to see you at one of my 2-hour workshops. So have a look at what's coming up. asbas.com.au is where you can find all of the information. In fact, I will put that link into the chat for you now so that you've got that. And that is where you can find all of the workshops and webinars that are coming up. So thank you so much again for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I really look forward to seeing all of you hopefully sometime soon at another workshop or webinar.